Yo, ladies and gentlemen, admirers and subscribers, you are now watching the Back Bumps and Breakthroughs podcast. This is your boy Joseph Ira Credit, as always, with my brother from another mother. This is your boy Jontae Keith, aka Rob, man. And you know what it is. You know we only bring them hitters on to talk with us, man. We bring you one of the best in the Midwest. This man has been there. He has done that. He has paid his dues. He has been there. If there's a show in the Midwest that you like, that you go to, that you spend your money on, guaranteed that man has not only been there, but he has main evented there. That man is one of the best from the city of Detroit. We want to bring to y'all Mark Ross is in the building, y'all. Everybody say what's up.
What's the deal?
Let's go.
What's good,
Mark
fam?
Ross in the building. What's up, fam?
What's good, bro?
My boy.
Man, we are so happy to have you on here, bro.
Yeah, man. For sure.
For real. Because, we've been doing this for a minute, bro. And it's crazy because it's always crazy being from the same area, but not really being in the same, I guess you could say, the same avenues. Because we can, we've been in this business for so long, and you've been in this business for a minute yourself, and we can go years without seeing each other, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all, but we're always, when we do see each other, is always love, which I definitely appreciate. And there's never been any heat, any bullshit, and it's always just been nothing but respect and love, man. So it's always great to have you, bro.
Yeah, we always missed each other, especially early on.
Yeah.
In the early teens, what the tens or what we was around 15 and shit like that. I know you was down in Florida doing your thing for a while. For real.
I'm not gonna lie. I dodged y'all for a while at the beginning. When I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all right now. When I first met y'all, I ain't like y'all. I ain't like y'all. I was like, y'all was a tag champs for DSW, and it was my first show on the road. And y'all walked in with swag too hard, and I was like, no, I can't rock with these guys. I'm trying to learn my thing and stuff like that. You were the biggest guy in the room. Jontae was, the most confident and the most swaggiest. I'm trying to find my spot. I was like, I probably won't like these guys. And then you guys were in Indiana, you guys were in Ohio, you guys were wrestling FBI and stuff like that. I was like, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to like these guys. They're my competition. So,
for real, that's how we man. That's how it's supposed to be. That's but that's that dog in you. See, I like shit like that.
Yeah,
I like that. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
There's a positive and a negative connotation to that. Honestly, because in the time that we all came in, that's kind of how it was. You feel me?
Right.
It was just the competition was real because we were blessed enough to be put on at that time where we were kind of everywhere. We were blessed enough to say that we were really doing it kind of heavy. But at the same time, accountability being hindsight, we were kind of assholes too. So not even kind of we were kind of we knew we was the shit, and that was kind of the problem. You know what I'm saying?
The first show I ever worked with y'all, y'all kind of had a pass on being egotistical. But the first show I ever worked with, y'all were the DSW tag champs. It was that Troy festival, so we were outside. The ring didn't show up. We were supposed to do 3 shows, and the ring didn't show up. When the ring did show up, they didn't have turnbuckles. Y'all were we out. And so we were wait a minute, we gotta still set up this ring. We about to do this show. Y'all, we're not doing nothing. We out. And y'all just left. I was like, man, forget them guys. They're not better than me. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah, we was gone. I actually definitely remember that shit. I think that was my idea. I was like, man, fuck this, dog.
Okay. So let me say, for the sake of saying, because a lot of people didn't know back then, is that I had gout, right? So I've had gout since I was 20 years old. So the promoters always knew. They just didn't tell people. And that's how I would always get heat. They wouldn't tell the boys, Joe has gout, so I can't set the ring up and wrestle because then I'll be crawling out of that bitch. So, and the promoters would I can't go to everybody and shake the hand hey, I'm Joe, I have gout, so I'm not helping the ring. Hey, I'm Joe. I've got going to help in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They ain't one trying to hear that shit.
Right. They're like, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Like, why the fuck you wrestling? Because I got just enough energy to wrestle, or I got just enough energy to set the ring up. I can't do both. So I wasn't gonna set up no way, to be totally transparent. But as I got older in the business, I learned to do other things to help out. You know what I'm saying? So like it was like whether it's cleaning up the back, whether it's doing other shit, whether it's Photoshop and helping people, like helping promoters with that. I had to learn to make myself invaluable in other ways because, you know, like I said, just setting up a ring just was not in the cards for me because my feet are trash. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like especially back then, I definitely played it up. I was like, I'm not setting up this ring. They knew I wasn't gonna set the shit up, but the boys didn't know like why. They thought I was just like, nah, he too good.
Like, man, fuck that.
And it kind of brought a negative connotation over to me, and that kind of still sticks. A lot of people know now, but like a lot of people weren't trying to hear either. They were just like, oh, Joe don't set up no rings, so fuck him. So I'm not gonna book him. You know what I'm saying? So, which is cool. We still kind of did our thing, which is fine. But I think that it's definitely something that you learn in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody kind of goes through their own way of doing things. And I think that kind of that feeling kind of happened on our end too. Because I
just wasn't going, bro. A lot of that shit was just like, nah, just no. Like, folks act like you can't say no, and when you say no in this business, that's when they be like, oh, he got a bad attitude, or he got this going on. When you stand on certain things, that's when all the bullshit comes for no reason.
Especially now. Like, if you definitely have like this air of you, like where, you know, people can't kind of mold you the way they want to. You're not really, you know, like you just kind of get that reputation, I guess, you know. But
people want their dick sucked.
You know what else it is? You know what else it is? Like we're getting into it now. Fuck it. There like it wasn't even just us in our collective things. I think that a lot of our like our trainers and our you know, like mentors and shit, they played into a lot of that shit, the old heads, because you know, like especially like back in the day, you know, like if you weren't one of those guys, if you weren't like an XI guy, if you weren't like a truth guy, they kind of like kept their guys like away from the other guys and vice versa, right? So like if you weren't an XI guy, like they kind of like, you know, we would all be cool behind the scenes, but when it came to the work, they'd be like, oh nah, man. Like,
but then on top of that, you never know what they saying behind our backs too, though. Like, it's always cool when you in front of people, but like, what are they saying to homie that got like a promotion over here, and he got his impression of you, so he gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, I know about, like, words travel fast. You know what I mean? So you don't know what the fuck folks be saying.
Like, that's kind of why I like the new era of wrestling, right? It's a lot more transparency. It's still some bullshit, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot more transparency about who people are, and shit gets back to people a lot quicker these days.
That part.
Like a lot quicker. So, you know, like the shit talking doesn't really fly nearly as much as it used to. And I think that there's a lot more transparency, which I truly appreciate. And just, I think a lot more people are just bossing up and being grown ass adults. And I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, that's something that personally I had to do, because like there were people who, like just, you know, some guys that I won't say who just were like, you know, oh, well, I didn't like you because I heard you didn't like me. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you. I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? And so like we had to have that conversation, that awkward, you know, like, no, there's no heat here, you know, type shit. And like, now we're cool. You know, it's like, I wouldn't consider us friends, but we're definitely don't have heat. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's something that I think that would benefit a lot in wrestling in general. Like, just talk to each other, motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, people don't know how to talk to each other. If we're not sharing a beer or smoking a blunt, people don't know how to talk to each other. In all honesty, they can't just be like, "Hey, bro, that's a dope ass shirt." You know what I'm saying? Where'd you get that from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just go from there. They don't know how to do that. It's literally got to be, everything's got to be business minded. Everybody's got to be right and preaching the stuff that was said to them by some other guy who was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit older, who had it said it to him. Like, it's like, dog, I don't want to hear all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just be normal, dog. Just chill for it. That's why I tell everybody with Chaos, I'm a normal person. I got to run a whole restaurant. While I'm here because this is my free time. As crazy as that sounds, this is my free time, and this is what I'm choosing to do with it. Let's not make this hectic. If you're going to be hectic, I don't want you here, bro. I don't care if I've known you for 20 years. Get out of here. Like, I got a couple hours to be a normal person before I got to go sling chicken and steak. You're not going to ruin this for me, dude.
That part.
Nah, for real.
That's real as fuck. And you know, coming at that from a mental health standpoint, it's like, we work our ass off, like, just to get this little bit of respite to live our dream. Are you good, bro?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna say the thing that nobody ever really wants to say. And sorry, I gotta move real quick. I gotta get upstairs. Good, bro. But like, if we're being completely honest, none of us like being punched in our face. None of us like being kicked. Nobody wakes up like, I hope somebody slams me on my back today. We only do this because we need validation in some form. Like, some of us are high school athletes that might have been really good and went to college, and we didn't get the NBA or the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Some of us might have been wanting to play sports our whole life but never made the team. A lot of us are freaking nerds who were in drama club and stuff like that, and now we don't have drama club as adults. So how do we do it? We wrestle, you know what I'm saying, to keep our validation, which is why we keep on saying stuff. Like I said, it always goes back to, that's why we're talking. That's why when a question pops up, I have to say something because I need to be validated right now, even though my opinion doesn't even matter in this situation. I'm so skewed from the actual point, but I need somebody to hear my voice right now because I haven't been heard in a minute. And then we got people just talking about nonsense.
Man,
now, that's what it boils down to. So it's for sure the validation. So,
right, and I'm gonna let you go, but anybody who woke up this morning and had something negative to say about AJ Styles' son is a complete idiot, dog. Is a complete idiot. The fact that you think that your point and your view and your voice matters so much to speak about AJ Styles' son. You don't gotta like him. You don't have to have a favorite match of his or anything. But I'm not a LeBron fan. But I would never take away the fact that LeBron is a great basketball player just because I like Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan. Same thing with AJ Styles. You ain't got to be a fan of his, but everything he says is going to be held to some kind of standard because of what he did. He wasn't supposed to be bigger than TNA. And then he went to New Japan, and he didn't do NXT. He went straight to WWE in the Rumble and was a champ a couple months later. Y'all niggas don't know more than him. Y'all don't know more than him. What are y'all talking for?
And that's another thing, too, bro. Like, when you figured in, like, this is the political side of all this, because a lot of folks that probably got something to say. Well, one, they not gonna say nothing to AJ because of who AJ is, and he's already been figured in. And when you are made man and shit like that, bro, you can get away with all types of shit. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say all this is really like in a manipulation, control type of tactic that folks want to have their thumb under, because that's gonna just show like, oh, he's one of the good ones. No, you just know how to easily be manipulated, and you like that. Right. That's what it boils down to. You like that shit. So, you know what I mean? Some folks that don't be going for shit like that, we the ones that get the bad rep. We the ones that got the bad attitudes and shit like that. So, yeah, I feel you. Because they not... And the old guys in Michigan or wherever throughout the Midwest who's probably still cool with AJ, I guarantee they probably ain't called bro. It's like, you know, that was kind of nasty what you said, right? They ain't say nothing like that.
Right.
Never.
They ain't say nothing like that to bro, and they won't, because now they're gonna change the goalpost now and be like, well, you know what? I think AJ. Oh, now you like this. It's just diabolical, dog. You can't even take these fools serious, at all.
I think a big thing about it is just a lot of. It's kind of like you were saying, Mark. You got people who have been saying, you know, they say shit to us because it was said to them, and nobody is stopped and said, why are they doing this? Why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's just the way it is. Like, that's why I like the new generation, because like nobody is, or everybody's questioning the shit that used to go. You know, like how the old heads used to say, oh, the locker rooms back in the day used to be like the Wild West. People were doing cocaine and now they're just playing video games. That's not a bad thing, bro. Like,
but people, right? Because people they do different shit. Like, not everybody, you feel me? You got, like bro said, you got nerds, you got all kinds of people in the business, dog. Like, you never know who you gonna run into for real. But like, I mean, even back then, they act like that's all they was doing. Like, folks wasn't playing no video games backstage. Like, they ain't have like Nintendo 64 or whatever the fuck on the bus. Like, it ain't just start with the millennials. You know what I'm saying? They had their little bullshit going on too. They just don't want to admit it. They think everything that they did was like the hardest shit ever.
You know,
the hardest shit they ever had to endure.
They act like they didn't have to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but at the end of the day, and this is what we're saying about just like the business changing, is just that in mental health in general, because that is hand in hand right now, because a lot of the older guys feel like they have to play a role. They have to act like they're this big badass. And I'm like, yo, you played one on TV, bro. Like, that don't make you no bigger or no badder than you was. Like, and I think that's a big issue with a lot of characters and a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, for instance, we had Coleman on here before, and Coleman was talking about how there was certain people who were talking about him negatively, and they would never say that to his face because they know what he's about in real life, because they're too busy thinking about how they're booked, and they forget that this man is a legit killer in real life. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and this is what I mean by, like, you know, don't let the way you get booked get you messed up. You feel me?
According to the rules of wrestling, according to the vet's rules, this imaginary book that you get on the first day of signing up, he did it properly. He was a fan. I remember him from the shows. I remember him sitting front row with his son. He did it properly. He went and got trained. He didn't just say, I'm an MMA fighter. I know how to do this already. I'm a boxer. I know how to do this already. He went and did his work. He showed up at the shows that set him up. Anybody that doesn't want anything to do with him, he don't go there. That's perfectly fine. He's a dad at the end of the day. He's not wasting his time. He's got other stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He'll take a WWE job. He's not chasing the WWE dream like a NXT superstar is right now. He's doing other things and enjoying himself. He's good with the world. And that's the secret is the real secret. And I need the vets to hear this. I don't know who actually reaches out and watches y'all show, but the thing that the vets need to realize is we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily that we don't want you around, but like, we don't need you. Wrestling without you will continue. And that's go back to that validation part. If y'all want to be real with it, just tell me the truth. You need us. You need wrestling. You need somebody to tell you that little backdrop into the dusty pitches, into the outside spot where you fake your dive and then come down with the axe handle is amazing. You need that. You know what I'm saying? On this Saturday, it's fine. Let me get it for you then. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, stop tripping with the other stuff, dude. You don't know the game. You were never there. I was there. Like you guys said, I was in Florida for 3 years. I said a bunch of names. People don't know us in Florida. People didn't know me in Florida. And for all the stuff that y'all said about me and how good I am and all that kind of stuff, I went down to Florida. They treated me like the new kid in the school, bro. They was throwing stuff in my locker. I was opening it up and the gack was falling on me. They was pulling my pants up in the hallway and stuff like that. They didn't treat me like I was some superstar. They're like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I was kicked in the face, bumping like me and you do, Jontae, doing the stuff where they're like, oh, this guy can go. You know what I'm saying? And then because the pandemic happened, wrestling changed, life changed. But like, it took me putting in 2.5 years down there. You know what I'm saying? Literally the last match I had in Florida, I won a title in a company. I won a podcast title in a company and the fans cried because they watched me for 1.5 years chase this, you know what I'm saying, this title for this company. Like, you know, I had to earn it. Everybody down here, y'all, If you up here, you ain't earned it in the world. You've earned it.
So talk about that some more then, bro. Like what exactly did you go through in Florida? Like, was it all ribs? Or like, did you like why was they on that with you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I came out of nowhere. So going to Florida wasn't like I was drafted. You know what I'm saying? Going to Florida was me making that conscious decision. Like, I'm not gonna do it here. I'm not gonna get noticed by the people I wanted to. That's when Evolve was doing all their stuff. And so what literally happened was I went to an Evolve show where the main event was Cedric Alexander versus Zack Sabre. And it was the first time I ever heard the fans cheer both these guys. And I was like, this is crazy. What do you mean both these guys? There's got to be a baby and a heel. That's what they told me. There's got to be a good guy and a bad guy. Y'all got to hate somebody. What's going on here? But bro, Evolve changed my life. So I was like, I got to get down there. So literally they did a show here. And when they did the show here, I took a bag and I hopped in their van and just drove down there. And I lived at the owner had like a duplex where he rented out to his cameraman. I just lived with them. And then I just started plugging away. And so like literally I came out of nowhere and everybody, this is the first time I've ever said this about myself. Bro, I'm good. I'm really good. So when they see me that first day, they're like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Why does he know the camera? Why does he know the promoter? Where did he come from? And it's like, and I'm not the kind of guy to come up like, hey, my name is Cyrus. I'm the awkward bro. I'm like, hey man, my name is Mark. So then when they can't put Mark and Cyrus together because they don't know me like that. So like now I'm taking spots. Now I'm the guy showing up and setting up the ring. Not only am I the guy, I'm the guy driving the Evolve ring.
They got jealous.
Guys. Yeah. So it's like, okay, you know, I wasn't outside of the cameraman, I wasn't making friends down there like that, bro, because I'm a competitive nigga. I don't want to be your friend. I want your spot, bro. I want the validation. I want to be the best. I have no problem. Yeah. Any show I go into, if you put me in the opener, I'm gonna outshine your main event. Why? Because I have to be the best in my mind. I have to. Otherwise, why am I here?
What are we here for? Exactly. That same shit, man. That's why.
Mentality.
Yeah, for real. I definitely. That's why low key I'll never forget when we was on the show. We was on the NOW show one time. I would definitely try to like. If I knew you was on the card, I was like, okay, I know my bump gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna end up doing something, but I know low key Mark gonna probably want to do a higher bump. So I always had that.
You talking about the fair show?
Yeah. Yep.
And I did the trust fall to the ground because I I was like, don't catch me, I'm gonna hit the ground because Jontae's gonna jump off the fucking roof and he's gonna have a kick and he's gonna figure out how to fly. I gotta outdo that.
Yeah, hell yeah. But bro, that's the beauty. You see, we really, it's not really too many guys like cut from our kind of cloth though, because like everybody want to be friendly with each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that, but I do got a problem with that because, like, bro, this is a competition. Like you said, bro, like everybody knows, like, traditionally, the higher your name is, the higher your spot is on the card. That means what? You get paid more. So this is like it's not a game. You know what I'm saying? When we in there, like, this is a real situation that we in right now because I want that number one spot and you want that number one spot. Bro, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody just be like, oh, no, you know, because they want that manipulation and control. So when they see guys like us who be on that like ultra competitive shit and actually treating the business like how it's supposed to be treated, they look at us like, man, hell no, y'all doing we doing too much. We doing way too much, and that's diabolical. So
one of the best sayings I ever heard is it can only be one Beyonce. Bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's anybody could be Michelle and Kelly. No disrespect to Michelle and Kelly, but you can only have one Beyonce. You feel me?
You know what's crazy about that? Before Destiny's Child, Beyonce has a sister that can sing, and in that same opinion, you don't even consider her. You know what I'm saying? You don't even consider Solange.
Beyonce, she's a great singer. Like, Solange is so good that they offered her a position as a professor in music.
Right.
No, yeah, I heard about that.
She is, and they don't even consider her near her sister.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because it's about your status. Yeah. She's a made woman. If it was the mob, you're going to put Beyonce first.
And that's real. And that's real. And that's what I say. Like when the IWC talks about how their favorites should be champion. Everybody can be a champion, bro. And that's what I say about like the guys that come in and they have a nice run and they never make a championship. Oh, Triple H, Big Nose ruined them. Everybody can't be a fucking champion, bro. It just so happens that I can't think of my man's name right. Jeff Cobb came in at the time where Roman Reigns was the motherfucking champion. Like, sorry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just so happen to become a champion. Like, LA Knight just so happened to make it to the main roster in the middle of the longest the best reign that there is of fucking professional wrestling in this day and age. I'm sorry. Yes, he probably could have been a world champion 3 times over by now. It just so happens that he happened to be there while Roman was in his fucking bag. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Everybody can't be a world champion right now. It is what it is.
It's funny that you say that. So that last Evolve seminar that I did, it was ran by Terry Taylor with Roderick Strong as the special guest. Me and Ren Jones worked with each other throughout the thing. Got a bunch of great feedback from Roderick Strong.
Shouts out to Ren.
Right. One of the best, dude. Afterwards, they do like the little sit down part. They're doing the talking thing. Terry Taylor's, he's giving his spiel and whatnot. And it just sounds like a dream to me, bro. It's like the guy that came to my elementary school and told me I could be whatever I wanted to be. And I'm just listening to him. I'm like, okay, cool. So then he's like, anybody got questions? And I raise my hand. And I'm like, what are you guys looking for? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, after everything you just said, this is a job. This is a business. This is 2020. So this isn't 4-year title reign Roman Reigns. This is right before 4-year title reign Roman Reigns. So you're not looking for the main eventer. You got him. You got him in Roman. You got him in Seth. You're not. So what are y'all looking for? And he just looked at me and was like, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by that? What are we looking for? What do y'all need? Because this is the job. And I know y'all not out here hunting main eventers. You got them. So what do I need to be working on to get the job within the company right now? Because overnight I'm not gonna get 90 billion followers overnight to beat Roman Reigns. What do y'all? And he couldn't answer it, bro, because like y'all said, he wanted me to drink the Kool-Aid. He wanted me to drink the punch and just go with the flow and stuff. I'm like, bro, if you tell me right now that you need rest, I will go to the back right now and I would do up downs for all day to learn how to get up and down and do 3 counts. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you tell me how to do camera, if you need a cameraman, I'll learn this camera work. I'm already doing it. I'll learn a little bit more because I want the job. You know, I grew up on ECW tapes where they were like, we drove the merch around. We did this. We did that. So my mindset is I'll do whatever I have to. Eventually, I can get where I want to if I do whatever I have to now. But I'm not going to just keep showing up like, cool, push-ups and sit-ups, saying my prayers. I'll be Hulk Hogan one day. Fuck, I get that that's not it. You know what I'm saying? There's only one Rey Mysterio and he's still fucking wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
He's still going, right?
At like 50-something years old.
He's still going, right.
So my time's not now. I'm not John Cena. Cool, great. Let me do this stuff on the side. I'm going to enjoy it. But you can't sell me on that. What do you need from me? And if I want to be part of it, if I can do that for you, I'll give you 1,010%. I guarantee you it'll be the best.
I'm a real nigga, man. That's what I'm. That's facts, bro. But so like, go ahead, bro.
He's so real, bro. Like that's the real part, bro. Because like, in the business, like straight up, and it's just like you said. Like that's why I love me a Chelsea Green. That's why I love me a Solo Sikoa. I love me somebody who is just, I'm cool with just being whatever the fuck you need me to be, bro. Like, I don't have to be a world champion. Like, if it happens, cool. I want to live my dream and I want to be a company guy. Like, that's all I want to do. Like,
I just get paid to smile right now. That's all he does. He comes out with that big old smile.
Pew, pew, and got on fucking SummerSlam. Like, nigga.
Why would you want to do anything else? Why would you want to do anything else? Danhausen is killing right now, bro. They got him as tour bus for SummerSlam. He's had like 10 matches.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally like there's a spot. If you tell me what to do, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't blow smoke up my ass and say, oh, I need you to, you see Roman Reigns? Nigga, be real with me. I'm 38 years old, bro. Like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, even that's not even like, because it's like, what, you say you 38? Like, you
all the main eventers are older than me right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, but this is what I'm saying. By like, the business is so different, but like the reality of it, and this is once again bringing this back towards mental health, because like it fucks with your mental, because I'm like, I'm not stupid. I am like, I'm a lot of things. Stupid is not one of them. So don't make me think that I have to give you these hundreds of dollars for these seminars for you to tell me the same shit that I already know. Like, just give me the real. I think I've done maybe 10 seminars my whole life. And like, I'm like, if it's not going to help me get somewhere, I'm not going to do it.
Bro,
like, if it's not with somebody, it's not going to give me a direct, like, a trial. Like we did one, Tay and I did one seminar at where was that? CZW.
Trash.
But it did give us it got us a booking at that one show, and it got us a couple of New York bookings actually.
Them shows was trash too.
But it did. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it did get us somewhere. Now, if we would have kissed the right asses, we would have did whatever. But we just not cut like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we would have kissed the right asses, we probably would have. Like, there were a couple people that got signed that were on them things, that were on the Cruiserweight Classic. They were in, shit like that. We were raised by the Cole brothers, bro. Like, we from the beginning, we have just, Brian and Chuck told us straight up, y'all better not be kissing no ass out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how we were fucking brought up. Like, just, the only
seminar that really benefited me was the Robbie E one, and y'all were there for the benefit. That was because I did a seminar a couple months before. I happened to do that Battle Royal or that Royal Rumble thing that was in Indiana, and he was booked on that show. The promoter forgot all the notes that Robbie gave him, but Robbie had just had a vasectomy. He's like, bro, I'm not about to wrestle no 20-minute match just because you booked me, and like I shouldn't even be doing anything in the ring. And so then the promoter's like, well, what do you do then? And Robbie was like, I'll wrestle that kid in a 5-minute match because he remembered me from his seminar. That's literally, and then we wrestled 3 more times after that. So that's like the one seminar that benefited me, because I was able to make a connection with the guy who's now the NXT general manager.
Right.
Shame on me for not keeping that connection going. I should have stayed in his pocket, you know what I'm saying? But that's literally the only seminar that I've ever benefited from, outside of like maybe 1 or 2 guys teaching me how to properly throw a punch or something.
Real. I mean, because women that I remember we went to the dojo in Cali for the New Japan shit. I mean, a lot of folks, they liked it, but I definitely see it from a different lens. I had more fun just being in California and getting in trouble and doing my thing out there than actually being in the dojo, truthfully.
Well, that story was crazy in the sense that because if you remember, I signed up for that dojo spot, and they gave me the dojo spot.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be there. They gave me the dojo spot at the New Japan dojo, and I was like, this not for me. I knew right away, because I was like, I signed up just because, and I was like, this not gonna be for me, because all they're gonna do is cardio. I'm 500 pounds. This not gonna work. I was like, straight up, this not for me. However, and I emailed them straight up right away, and I was like, but let me give you my brother's information. And I was like, I promise you, he will make a difference. And I will say that even though, and they accepted him, which I loved, because like they didn't have to. But I will say that your cardio game went up crazy after that. After
that's all they did. We was running and shit.
They ran this motherfucker like crazy. I just chilled in LA for a week. I ain't gonna lie, like I was living my best life. But I was happy to be able to do that for him, because like I said, how many niggas in the business that would do that? Give up a New Japan fucking tryout, basically. Not really a tryout, but just like a workout, basically, a week-long workout.
No, nobody.
You know what I'm saying? But when you have the right person that's in your corner, zero hesitation. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the type of people, when you have that type of person with you, that type of person in your corner, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have so many hang-ups in the business, but one thing I will never regret is giving up a position for somebody I love. Period.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, because I was like, nah, I'm not ready. Like, I knew I wasn't ready. And a lot of people in hindsight will never be able to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and plus, you had to spend money on that shit. And I was like, I'm not going to spend money for some shit I know I'm not ready on. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Like, like I said, I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm not about to waste my time or my money. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, then we got screwed over by that one worker dude. We were supposed to spend a week in his we had a plug from a friend. We was supposed to stay in his at his house. And everything was cool. He was like, "Yeah, man, y'all can come stay." We get on the plane. We paid for the flight. We hit my man's up, and he just ghosted us when we got to the fucking thing. Ghosted us. Didn't say shit.
Right.
Yeah. Luckily, Tay's people gave him
it's some bullshit.
Card with some extra money because we didn't get paid until the end of that week. So they gave him a card that we was able to like get an Airbnb with. And luckily, like we got an Airbnb for the week because that we'd have been on the fucking street for a week, had fucking around with wrestlers.
On Skid Row some shit?
Yeah. Like, bro, it was nasty. Like we put that nigga on blast, bro. Like, and Buddy tried to get us to take the message down or something. Like, bro, fuck out of my face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but hindsight being 2020, growing up and shit, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna hold no shit against you, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let you forget that you did, fellow workers dirty. Like, yeah, like don't tell nobody that they good, and then let them pay for the flight, and then let them fly to you, and then just ignore them. That's crazy. Like niggas could die out here. This is LA we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like we was in Long Beach.
Yeah, that was trash. Naomi was trash for that one, for real. But that's really what it boils down to. Like, can't none of us really get manipulated and controlled, and that's like the main thing, bro. Like and that's just not even just on the wrestling shit, but in life, when folks when they know they can't put their thumb on you and shit like that, bro, that irritates people, bro. Like that really do piss people off that they can't control you. They can't manipulate how you think. They can't sit here and tell you one thing and you immediately take it as face value because you're gonna question that shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, man, wait, what? It has to make sense. It literally has to, or I'm gonna use the brain that God gave me and tell you no. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So, but do you feel like on some real shit though? Like, I know you said something about validation. Like, do you feel validated now as far as like what you're doing in wrestling, or is it still like some stuff that you like, man? You know what I'm saying? If I do this would be good, or like how are you feeling like mentally when it comes to stuff like that?
I'm at a point now where like I have to check myself before I leave the bathroom. I have to look in the mirror and make sure that like whatever I'm about to argue about is actually worth the argument, and I'm not just tripping because I be tripping sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like there'd be times where I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This dude that, and then I sit back and think about it, like, nah, that was on me. That was really on me.
Likewise, bro. I got the same problem.
So it's one of those things where it's like what do I want to be validated as so now as a guy who like isn't wrestling as much but kind of getting into the promoter part, I need the validation that whatever I'm doing when you're at my shows, 1, you don't feel harassed, 2, you feel safe, whether it be in the ring or out of the ring. Those are the most important things. So if anything is going against those type of things, then I need to check it. Like I can create stories, I can do all that kind of stuff easily, no problem. But I'm smart enough to know that, you know what I'm saying, I like Batman, some people like Superman. So no matter what kind of story I create, there's going to be some kind of, I didn't like this, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm very, very worried that I might book a female wrestler who's like, hey man, that guy kind of was like, I went in the back, you know what I'm saying? And he was kind of around my bags. I don't know what, he's been bothering me all day. That's the kind of stuff I'm making sure. Right. I don't want to book people that put me in that kind of situation. I don't want to put people who like cause that drama and create those kind of situations. And then like just anything else from there, bro. Like I said, I don't even care about too much right now, dude. My son is 12, my daughter's 9. I got so many other things to worry about. Like WWE's not knocking on my door for me to feel validated after my match anymore.
Man, you preaching now, bro. So it's like, where is it at with wrestling? Then are you like, because we both been in the business, like we all not we both, but all three of us been in this shit like so long. We look at it like it is what it is, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? WWE, NXT, all these. Because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be as real as I can. I know they know who we are, but they be like, no. They be like, you know what I'm saying? So
job,
like,
they know who the fuck we are. Period.
Exactly. Like, you can't be in the business like this long and they not know something about you. They just don't want to do it.
Bro, I know for a fact that Triple H knows who I am, and I know that because trying to do whatever I could for wrestling in 2019. In 2019, Matt Riddle's last weekend on the Indies was for us, and we were in Detroit, and it started raining during the show. So we had to do something to cover the router. Nobody had an umbrella. I took my shirt off, covered the router. Cool, great, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we get Matt Riddle's, you know what I'm saying, last night on the Indies out, no problem. So the owner, Gabe Sapolsky, took a picture of me, sent it to Triple H. Triple H told his production team, if they can do it on the Indies with a guy guarding the router like this, we should never have a problem. And Gabe told me the conversation they had about me and stuff like that. So I know Triple H knows a little light-skinned, colorful hair nigga running around the world who would do whatever for wrestling, but he ain't never called me. So cool. I'm not going to keep waiting. That was 9 years ago. I'd be a dummy to keep waiting on that.
Real shit, man. That's facts, bro. Because, bro,
that's for production. That's for production. That's not looking for the validation of being his heavyweight champion. That's to make sure that whatever this show needs today that I've chosen to be a part of, we're going to do it to the best of our abilities. We're going to get it out there for everybody to see. He could hire me to be a doorman if he wanted to. He not. So what am I going to chase that dream for today?
And that is a love for the business. But it's still people older than us that have been doing this longer than us that'll sit here and try to spin that and still say like, well, they're still disrespectful here. And like what do you realize? Folks don't even realize what we put ourselves through. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, that's the shit I don't like, dog.
I think the issue is that they will spin it to make it sound like there's something that you're doing wrong specifically. Right. And I'm not a fan of that. Because we all know, and if you don't know, now you know, this business is not specifically what you do. It's who you know. And it's being in the right place at the right time and who you know. And, you know, because we all three of us know people who are signed today who aren't that good, you know, but that don't matter. They can make you good. That's why they have performance centers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter how good you are or how good you aren't. If you have someone who can vouch for you, who's in the right ear, then you have a good chance of getting somewhere. And that's why we say some of those who kiss the right asses get the nice contracts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that everybody we know kiss the right asses, because at this point of our career, we have plenty of friends who have contracts with big companies, all three of the big companies. So I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that more often than not, that's a big case as to why some people get hired as to other people. Which in that, and once again, to just bring it back, because this is a mental health podcast. This is, you know, a lot of people always ask, why not me? What am I doing wrong? It may not be something that you're doing wrong. You know, I've seen, you know, there were, I remember this had to be like 2019, 2020. I remember waking up one day and seeing, I go on NoDQ.com, right? That's where my wrestling news website that I go on, and I see this nigga Jontae in one of the things, like literally.
Damn, for real?
Like,
wait, what are you talking about,
bro? Like, they were literally like, you know, WWE is currently looking at Jontae Keith. There's some shit like this, like 2019, 2020. And I remember because we had talked about it for a second, and I'm like, because you were like, news to me.
It's still, I forgot about that. That shit was on Google, but I never heard from niggas. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where it's like, okay, so clearly somebody talking to somebody about something. So it's not necessarily what he's doing wrong because he's, from the Midwest or whatever. Like, if a nigga like that lived in Boston, lived in the DMV, lived in Florida, lived in California, he probably would have been signed by now. But when you're in the Midwest, it's more of who you know. Because them niggas got to put you in that spot to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's not necessarily what you're doing wrong in today's wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Because straight up, you could be best wrestler in the world. And like I said, I still think to this day, Jontae is one of the best wrestlers in this world. I feel like, Mark Ross is one of the best wrestlers in this world. Y'all are two of the best storytellers in this world. And I say that with all reverence because I've seen y'all work. And, and at the end of the day, that don't mean that y'all are lacking anything. You know what I'm saying? And that is something that, from a mental health standpoint, y'all need to remember. And you need to, as Tay is wrapping up his career at the end of the year, like I tell him all the time, we getting older. Like yesterday he worked, we was in the ring. I'm like, God damn, bro, we gotta like this shit right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling better every day. I'm still going, but we can't stay forever. We can't be, Joseph Ira Credit professional wrestler forever. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you shouldn't want to. I absolutely promise you, I will never let the ref sit on the middle rope for me so I can get in the ring because I can't actually bend over and get between the middle and the top rope. When I see all those older guys who can't get in the ring by themselves anymore without assistance, what are we doing?
That shit is sad.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's man.
Why are you in the third or fourth spot in the show? You know,
it's an ego thing. It's for sure an ego thing.
Validation. Yep. Validation, just like you said.
You need to be here. Yep. And then telling other guys who are trying to get a spot how to get a spot. You're taking a spot. Move out the way. Move out.
That's all you got to do.
Because who's crazy without a woo?
Bro, here's the crazy part about all of that stuff that really makes me mad. It's like y'all had y'all chance to make a mistake. When wrestling was just wrestling and y'all wanted to make it more, y'all wanted to make it ECW and they fought against it, y'all went ahead and did it anyways. And what did we get out of it? We got XICW, one of the greatest promotions, 20 years running and all that kind of stuff. Because y'all changed y'all way. Let these next kids change their way. We had AJ Styles and Will Ospreay and Ricochet who changed the game for us. They made this action wrestling. This isn't just wrestling, this is superheroes. These guys are literal superheroes. Jontae could do a backflip, roll in, and then do a front flip and do a splash if he practices it. You know what I'm saying? He's a damn superhero. In 2016, it was you and the two Alexes. I remember Alex Weir, and I can't remember the other Alex's last name, but down at Lopez's promotion all the time. Yeah, flipping, changing the game. Like Ospreay, you know what I'm saying? You pushed Alex to be great. Whether you wanted, whether that was your intention to that day or not, y'all challenged them. Y'all not doing regular wrestling, not even doing the ECW stuff that was big. We're gonna do this athletic stuff and push it into something new. And now we have AEW. Now we have TNA on television again. You know what I'm saying? We have 3 major promotions. Why can't we get a fourth or a fifth? Why do we?
That's real, bro. I never really put it in that perspective at first. Like I never looked at it like that. Like, especially then, because, when you in the moment, you ain't thinking like, man, I'm just low-key, I'm just trying to get noticed some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on for real. But, yeah, when you put it in that perspective, that makes a whole lot of sense.
And then the ones who can get it will go out there and get it. I don't mean this as a disrespect to that other Alex kid, but I don't see him around anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he chose to do something else with his life, where you and other Alex might have had your moments, might have had to take a break from wrestling to get yourself back on your feet, but y'all still here. Y'all still trying to plug away. Y'all still trying to better yourselves to better the other people wrestling, to better wrestling as a whole.
Most definitely.
Y'all made it through that grind. to be honest, if it wasn't for Alex Weir, I probably wouldn't mess with Jontae Keith because of that chemistry that y'all were creating and that constant matchups that you guys were having. You were in my news feed in the first place because, like I said, I was trying to avoid you. I was trying better than you. You were always, the moment I met you, you were Black Hardy, and I had to be better than Black Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Because Black Hardy is changing the game. And like I said, when I started doing it with the kid that I was training with, and I couldn't get booked at NOW, I was like, oh, hell no.
I can imagine. Yo, yeah.
so then it was like, I definitely have to be better than him now, because him and the kid that I train with are being better than me on a consistent basis. How do I get better than this? Cool. They want to bump in there, I'm bumping on the floor. I'm throwing myself against the wall. I think about you jumping off that basketball rim probably once a month. Real talk. And that was 10 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Because that's the stuff I'm still trying to out bump today. You know what I mean? I don't let that stuff go.
Hey man, you gotta chill, man. For real. you gotta chill, bro. Man. Nah, man. Damn.
No, hey, look, real shit. Because I told him yesterday, right? Like he worked one of them new kids, LJ, right? LJ Danger, right? Okay. And I told him, I was like, yo, like, hey, you kind of made a new star yesterday. That was your job yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was like, damn, like, low key, you kind of right. I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to that point. Like, I was watching LJ and his boys in the back before the show. And they was just like, you know, they was hype. You know what I'm saying? They was hyping LJ up and shit. And I was like, yo, you remember that was us, dog? Like, just trying to be like, damn, like, they talking to each other right now. Like, yo, I'm about to be in the ring with Jontae Keith. Like, that's us now. Like, when the fuck do we become these cats? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, bro. I'm always like, regardless of like what everyone was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, at my core, when people really get to know me, like, I'm humble as hell. You feel me? You can talk to me and chop it up with me for real, but I'd be like, damn, like, all right, I guess, you know what I'm saying, we was trailblazing a little bit out here, you know what I mean? But like, we was just trying to do that because, bro, we was literally like forced out, like how you was, bro. Like, they forced us out to go travel. You know what I'm saying? We had to go and do this shit. Even if we didn't want to, we had to. You know what I'm saying? So that we developed that chip on our shoulder just off of shit like that we was going through. Yeah, man, that's heavy, bro. I can't even, like, I don't even really know what to say off some shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, because as a performer, we want all our shit to be memorable. Like, everything that we do, we just want to be remembered, regardless of what the fuck it is. As long as you remember, and we made a statement, we changed lives somehow, we put smiles on people's faces. We made, man, some people be so depressed that they just want to see you wrestle, and that can keep a person alive. Like, I think about shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It should be like, it's crazy, bro. Y'all, it's wild. I ain't got nothing to say off that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate both of y'all. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot that we all go through in this business, and that people never really would know. Like, the demons we got, the real battles that we have inside, like the internal issues that folks will never know. Like, hearing shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That's touching, man, for real.
Let me while I'm thinking about it, since we're sharing, I'm gonna tell y'all something that I don't think I've told anybody actually. So when I changed my my theme song to Outstanding a couple of years ago, Gap Band, I changed it after I heard Mark Ross and his theme music. Yeah. Because when Mark's theme music plays, it's a fucking experience.
Most definitely.
And it changed my thought process because, you know, obviously theme music is your theme music, but like, I never thought of your theme music as its own entity, right? And it wasn't until I saw him at FU and I was like, God damn.
And he had the people like,
so
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Before this nigga even stepped foot out the fucking curtain. Like, I was like, shit. Like, I need to do, like, nah, hell no. Nah.
Because when that beat drop, he be like, do. You know what I'm saying? Be ready for it.
They come from two places, bro. So number one, I got it from a Michael Jackson documentary where they talked about Michael Michael would talk about how he would come up he would rise from the stage and he would just stand there with a light on him, and then he would just scream. He said if they kept on screaming, he just stood there longer. He said, and the longer he stood there, they would just keep on screaming. And he said, I think the record longest was like close to like a half an hour one time of him just standing there, and his presence was so big that they couldn't wait for that first movement. And so I was like, I need something like that. And then I was booked. The reason I did it was I was booked in a 6-man match. Every single person was like 250 and above. It was like Karam. It was it was that big muscle. I think his name was like LJ or something like that. He had like the real long braids. Everybody was just big. So I thought it'd be funny if all these muscle-bound WWE looking niggas was just in the ring, and then here I come walking out as the champ. You know what I'm saying? 4 minutes later, like, you know, I got cool down. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know I have to fight, the football team, I'm not rushing to the field at 3:00. I'm gonna take my time to get there. We gonna fight. Y'all gonna be a little bit calmer when I get there. And so like it was supposed to be a joke, and then I had XI the next day, and they're like, no, that's your entrance music now. And now literally, I'll get people that'll hit me up, and they're like, hey man, you still doing the entrance? All right, cool. I want you for this day. They'll book me just for the entrance. And I was like, all right.
Bruh, that's crazy. And you know, that's deep in itself too, though, because that's another avenue that you open for yourself, bro. Like off the entrance music alone, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even got nothing. Like, bro, that's the type of shit that makes you figured in forever. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit right there. That's lit. That's lit, bro.
Like, right.
And then there's always the workers in the back who complain about it, but they also, you know what I'm saying, they'll watch The Undertaker slow walk down to the ring for 10 minutes, and that's got no words to that music. That's just a slow gong. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I'll tell them straight up, at that point, you don't like me. And that's perfectly fine too. I would just rather you say that than complain about my entrance like that.
Thank you. I said the same shit, bro. It be personal.
Regardless if I take 4 minutes to get to the ring or if I take 2 minutes to get to the ring, either way, you're watching me for the next 4 to 5 minutes. So, so what's really going on here?
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with it. Like as long as because I've seen long entrances and the crowd was just like clowning and shit. Right. But like they're in it, like they're hooked, they're into it. So why the fuck you complaining?
Right.
You feel me? Like
because it ain't them.
And I'm smart about it. I got a Rumble entrance, so I got one that just starts at the drum. I got a Prince version, so it's a minute shorter. I got a Rock version that's a minute and a half short. I can do different things with it. It's always, literally, I always leave it up to the promoter. So whatever happened that day is up to the promoter. Even down to like turning the lights off. I've never asked for anything for the entrance. Everything they do has always just been natural. Somebody there just did it, and I just kind of rocked with it. So cool.
Right, and that's goes to show the respect that promoters have for you too. You know what I'm saying? Like they know what you bring to the table. They know they know that the fans fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So the more grandiose they make that entrance, because they know that the longer that shit goes, by the time you come out, they're on their fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? So like, but yeah, I definitely, you know, when I switched to Real Big, that was a gimmick switch. But like, but when I started putting my thought into my entrance music, because like I definitely would always, you know, I thought about my entrance music, but it was like when I used to think about just what I like, and then I just started thinking about what everybody else liked after I started watching your entrance music. So it became more along not just me, but like an experience of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like that's why like when I started going by the BIG the 313, and I was like, you know what? And I started doing the Manny Fresh Real Big, and I was like, so now I'm like, not only is it, you know, it's hitting on the gimmick, but it's also, you know what I'm saying, it's bringing back the member berries of, you know, Manny Fresh and shit like that.
Most definitely. So like, oh shit, it's slap. I remember this.
Yeah. So I definitely, so from me to you, that's all you, bro. So thank you for that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Real
so,
one. Definitely a real one.
So I see we're at 59 because we talking, man. We can talk all day, bro.
No, for real.
Before we get you out of here, we always have this thing that we do. It's our card game. We call How Deep Will You Go? Pause. So I'm gonna grab a random card and we're gonna see what it say. We're just gonna answer it, and then we're gonna get you on your way, my friend. So, all right, I don't like that one. That one's stupid. Yeah, all right, fine. That's fine. We'll take it. All right. Are you afraid to let go of something? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, no. The thing I'm probably the most afraid to let go of are my insecurities. My insecurities are sometimes a distraction, but they're the things I need to work on the most within myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like a lot of people when it comes to the insecurities, they want to figure out how to get rid of them. Like, I don't want to be insecure no more. I don't want to figure out how to get rid of them. I want to figure out how to destroy them. Like, how do I get better than this? How do I make the thing that's making me weak right now one of the strongest kind of things? Mainly because when I focused on them in a different way, in the realm of mental health, I did it wrong. So, like, to tie this into wrestling, like I told you guys, I went down to Florida, right? So instantly I knew I wanted to be unevolved. And like I told you, I completely understand the game to where their biggest guy was Walter, their smallest guy was Darby. So I don't need to beat Walter, I need to beat Darby. So what is Darby doing? All right, he's eating like this, cool, I'll eat like this. And if you look at my pictures from 2018, best shape I was ever in, dude. Like visible abs, all that kind of stuff. Cool, he's bumping like this, he's working like this, I'm gonna start doing this, But I got so caught up in trying to be better than Darby, I forgot about being myself, and I never actually tied all of the being like Darby's together. So it was like I was eating right, but then I wasn't sleeping right, and I wasn't training right. So then I was struggling. And then they would say something about my training, so I'm like, all right, cool, let me focus on that. But then I would start eating bad again, and still not sleeping right, putting too much into it. Now, all right, cool, I gotta start sleeping. Now I'm sleeping too much. I'm not eating right or training right. And at the same time, because of all this and me trying so hard, I'm just taking it like I'm failing because I'm not hitting these points like I'm supposed to hit them. But what it was I was trying to be somebody I was never intended to be. Like, beating Darby doesn't mean I have to be Darby and then be better than him. I just have to be the best me on the right day and have it be seen. And if I would have taken all of that and really focus on my insecurities, okay, I'm not cool with my body. How do I get here in the way that I like to eat within the time that I can and still be able to train and keep myself just feeling healthy and feeling great? You know what I'm saying? That experience has made me realize that I don't want to get rid of them. I want to really learn how to control my insecurities, overcome those, take those and make them powerful. And when another insecurity finds itself, I'm already prepared. Like, all right, cool, this is what I did last time. You know what I'm saying? It's going to suck for the next 2 or 3 weeks, but I swear to God, when I get to that 4th week at the end of the month, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating cupcakes and celebrating, dude, because I've overcame myself. There ain't no greater enemy than yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Most definitely.
Yeah, they say that all the time. Whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you just believe in it, and if you gotta be reasonable, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that if I just take off in a full sprint, I'm gonna start flying. You know what I'm saying? But I do. If I wanted to, I could be in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta find my route to get to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna get me there? Not somebody. How does somebody else get there? What's gonna get me there to where I'm still gonna be happy with myself when I get there? Or if I don't get there, I'm gonna be so happy with the effort that I put forth that I'm gonna be okay with not getting there.
I love that, man. That's real. You want to go, bro? Or you want me?
Yeah. My bad.
No, you good, bro. That's what this is for. So you can get all this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a safe place for the boys, for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
I would say for me, I have, like, the older I get, the worse it gets. I have crippling social anxiety, insane social anxiety. So I was just in Mexico like 3 weeks ago. I just needed to get away. You know, my wife passed a couple months ago, and I just, you know, my life has just been all over the place. Right. So I was like, you know what? I spent the week in Mexico just because I need to get the fuck away. I didn't talk to nobody. I just kind of kept to myself. I don't really do direct sunlight, and I'm in Mexico like a jackass. So I didn't come out till nighttime, and like that's my shit. Nighttime in Mexico, you know, is perfect weather for me. So I'm chilling outside, and I'm just chilling. And like this stud came out and was like just walking around, black lady, super nice. And she was like, "Yo, what you doing out here?" I'm like, "Man, I'm just chilling." She was like, yeah. She was like, you're not going to the club? I'm like, what club? She was like, it's a bunch of us over at this club over here. I was at a resort. And she was like, yeah, over at the club. I was like, oh, word? She was like, yeah, I'm just going to grab something at my room. But when I come back, you can come back over with me. I was like, all right, cool. So she went over to the thing. I instantly got up and ran to my fucking room, nigga. Like, I didn't. I was like, no, absolutely.
Not going nowhere.
I was like, absolutely the fuck not. Wasn't nothing wrong. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't sick. I was like, I just don't want to talk to new people. Like, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't like, but I was like, there was nothing stopping me from going. Like the new girl that I'm talking to, like my girlfriend now, but we was just talking at the time. Like she was like, just go. I was like, nah. I'm like, I'm good. And I'm like, there is nothing stopping me. And I was like, could I have gone? Yes. But like, I would just rather not. And it's so funny. And she's like, well, aren't you a pro wrestler? I was like, yeah. She's like, don't you talk to new people like all the time? Yeah. But when I'm at a professional wrestling event, I can instantly become the character. Like I'm not Joe. Like I'm Joe Survivor Credit. Like those are two totally different people. You know what I'm saying? Like I can turn on the charm and just, yeah, what's up? I'm glad you like the show, yada yada yada. Joe as a human, like I'm so introverted, bro. Like I don't like hell no. Like I'm not putting myself in that situation because I know I'm gonna just be sitting there like,
when can I go home?
Right, like
I'd be right there
out
with
all
you.
the exits be, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I was never a club person. You know what I'm saying? Like even when like I would say during my heyday of like I think I went to a club for like a minute. Like matter of fact, this is where I met Truth actually. When I used to go to this club in Royal Oak. It was called Luna. He used to go to that same club. That's where I met him before I even started traveling for wrestling. I think I was still in XSU or something like that. And randomly, that's how me and Johnny whatever, fucking forgot his name, but that's how we met him. And I think I went for like a month straight, and then like I just stopped going. I was like, yeah, I like women, I like having fun. I don't like a lot of people in my fucking bubble. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, while I would like to get myself out of that, I kind of like not having all that. I like being in my crib. I like chilling, but I would also like to say that I would like to be able to turn it off whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that would be it. Like that would be the thing that I would change.
I'd be right there with you, bro. I don't even like locker rooms. I'd be laying in the parking lot on the ground, away from everybody. I'll buy a pack of cigarettes and chain smoke in the parking lot by my damn self before I just hang out.
For real, bro. I get that. I get both of y'all on God. Yeah. I think for me, at first, well, actually, no. Even to this day, like I think it would be wrestling. I couldn't get rid of wrestling at first. You know what I mean? At all, because it was all I knew for a minute. Especially like in high school, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do with my life and shit like that. I was getting in trouble. Mom was stressing my mom out and all this other shit, and wasn't gonna graduate. So like, I really had wrestling and was like, listen, like this shit, it has to take me far. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? So I got super hella attached to the life and the lifestyle, and apparently I end up losing who Rod was because I was so focused on like getting Jontae together. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking up my personal life. It was fucking up all types of shit. It fucking me up even more because it was just always Jontae first. I had no clue who Rod was at a point, and I was afraid to let go. If I let go of wrestling, then obviously folks ain't gonna fuck with me no more because that's what I'm like got my life into right now.
Validation.
Right. It's that validation. Yeah. You know what I mean? And when I had to look inside myself and be like, bro, it's a whole lot more to you than just what you got going on here, made me feel better about the decisions I made when it didn't even involve wrestling. Like, because I realized more about myself through the business. I realized that, maybe I can act, or I can do this, or I can do like a whole lot of other things and shit like that. And it all came from wrestling. So it's like, once I, just started to understand myself a little bit more, then I was like, okay, I got to get back to Rob. Fuck Jontae for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the problem. Jontae is the problem. I need to understand who Rob is all over again.
Yeah,
right. And that was like the most important thing for me, for real, for real. I thank God that I got over that, because man, shit, especially around that same time I jumped off the basketball ring. Like, folks don't really know why I was doing shit like that. It's because I was still mourning for what I was going through already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
My life was already fucked up. So I'm like, what is jumping off the basketball rim about to, like, it is what it is. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at this point, art imitates all my life. So,
bro, it's funny that you say that. So, like, I've actually had friends talk to me before, like, before shows, before certain matches, and like make me promise them that I wouldn't do certain things. I had a friend actually make me promise her that I would never have a death match, because she knew that I took wrestling to a certain extent, that she felt like any death match I ever had would be an instant ticket to the hospital for me. Because she's like, you're gonna try to live up to the name. She goes, like, you're not actually supposed to die in the match. She's like, but you're gonna try to be as close as you possibly can. She goes, I already know how you are. Like, I can't allow you to do this because it's not safe. So I get your point, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's one of the main things. Now, I can definitely let it go now, obviously, but at first, nah, I couldn't.
I feel it. That's one of the reasons why I got into powerlifting in the first place, because I was just like, what is my life going to be after wrestling? And one of the things about powerlifting is that they have senior weight classes. You know what I'm saying? There's people, like one of my guys that I was doing it, he just turned 60. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm only 38, and he out here lifting heavier than me.
Killing it, going crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They be going crazy. And like, so I was like, man, let me just try it. And the fact that not only did I try it, but like I succeeded. And like I won my, my regionals, and then I went to Pennsylvania and won nationals in my weight class. Was crazy. For and like my team would say that they was just like, yeah, he just naturally strong, because I never trained. I never fucking trained. And it used to piss people off, because like I'm like, bro, I just show up and lift shit.
He said he off the couch with it. He right off the couch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on my Mark Henry shit for real. I'm like, I really just came there, lifted, and left. And you know what I'm saying? But like, it just showed me that there's more than just wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed enough that I've lost a lot of weight in the past year the right way. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm still going. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still going, but I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm definitely not stressing about no bookings. I maybe wrestle twice a month at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that. I think I wrestled. I didn't wrestle at all in August. You know what I'm saying? So
right. If this was a few years ago, it'd be like, man, what the fuck, dog?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Right.
You know? So but yeah, so I see, but look, see, we're just talking. We are well past our hour. But Mark, man, we're gonna wrap you up because I know you got your kids and stuff, but I appreciate you so much.
Hell yeah,
for
man.
The real conversation. Please don't be a stranger, dog. Like, bro, we appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely come back and chop it, man. Especially if you're feeling some type of way about something, just holler.
For sure.
Yeah,
bro.
We were supposed to talk collections. We got to do that. We
didn't even talk about collections, bro. But yeah, for sure. So tell the people, man, where they can get a hold of you. And I didn't even know. So you the promoter for Chaos?
No. So to an extent, like we're kind of in a 3-way partnership between me, Danny, and Robert right now.
Okay.
But so it's like a 3-headed monster. But I do a lot of the booking and story writing, and then we go from there.
Okay,
good shit, man. That's what's up, bro. Hell yeah.
Man, more power to you, man. Shouts out to Chaos, bro. But yeah, tell the people how to find you, bro.
I mean, for the most part, just on Facebook. I do have an Instagram. Everything is 401k Mark Ross. But I mean, if you really want to see me, I work at a Chipotle on 24th Ave in Port Huron, Michigan. And I don't work there. I'm the GM. You can come and get some chicken steak. But other than that, I just be around, bro. I be around. Go follow the other people. Go follow the Ryan Mathiases of the world, the Jack Delaney's of the world, the guys, you know what I'm saying, who are on the cusp of doing great things. They need to follow me more than I do. I'm gonna be playing video games tomorrow. So.
My dog.
My guy, Mark Ross.
Hell yeah, man. This is one of the best combos we had on the pod. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I truly appreciate a real motherfucker, bro. Like that's at the end of the day, that's what should make the world go round. Just being real in these streets, bro. So we appreciate you, dog. We definitely want you to come back. And you know, like I said, now I know that you're a promoter. We're definitely we're trying to get this podcast going. I want to do a panel of promoters and just let y'all air your motherfucking grievances, because one thing that they don't do is we always talk about from the wrestler perspective. We never talk about the promoter's perspective.
No.
So I got a couple people. I got like 3 of y'all now. I want to get like 4 or 5 y'all together. We're gonna chop it up, bro. So if you're interested, I definitely want to get you on for that one too.
Well, absolutely.
All right, for sure, bro. So thank you, bro. Like I said, man, we definitely want to get you back on. All right.
All right, man. I'll be easy.
All love, Brody. Be easy, bro.
All right.
All right, man. So this has been another beautiful episode of Telling the Truth, man. Being real, the Back Bumps and Breakthroughs podcast. Had plenty of breakthroughs with our homie, man. So thank you so much for watching. And as real, just be easy, man. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, man. We out.